Hey guys! In today's video, I'm continuing my oil painting, and basically in the last video, if you haven't seen it, I finished the underpainting and now I'm adding color, which is very exciting because with the underpainting, after a while, I got so fed up with pink and just the different, or it's not pink, it's like kind of like a reddish pink. It was just a bit boring after a while, to be honest, and also having to just pick out what shade of pink a certain thing should be. Like after a while, I don't know, it just all looked pink to me, like, if that makes sense. So yeah, but then as excited as I was about finally adding color, it was also difficult because of the underpainting. The colors look so different on the canvas than when I'm mixing them on the palette. So, which, like, probably to people who aren't new to oil painting is obvious, but to me it was kind of a surprise. And honestly, it was a bit difficult to nail the exact shade for a bunch of things because, as you may know, this painting is based on a very tiny gouache painting. I don't want to copy it exactly, like that's not really the goal. Also with the colors, to some extent, I'm trying to keep what I like about that painting, and I like the vibrant colors, but I'm not, like, I think I would drive myself crazy if I wanted to have the exact same shades and colors for this one as well. My goal is more so to have a harmony of colors within this painting and not to have an exact replica. But with some things, I did have to repaint them multiple times because I just didn't like the original colors. And as you can see here, when I leave some paint out for some days, I noticed that there's this layer that forms on top, which was a bit disgusting, but also satisfying to peel off. And under it, the paint is completely usable, which is so nice. I also think there's this red paint that's different than the other ones. It's a different brand, and I left that out for like a week, I think, because I was sick and I had other things going on and I didn't clean the palette. And because also when there's a lot of leftover paint, I don't want to throw it away because it's expensive, and also I don't like to waste things. So just left it out, and when I came back, I was expecting it to be like completely dried and like difficult to deal with, but it was completely fine and I could use it. So that's one thing that I like about oil painting. Also, usually when I paint, I listen to like YouTube videos or podcasts, sometimes audiobooks. And it's funny because when I come back the next day to start painting again, I usually, when I look at like certain parts of the painting that I painted when I listened to certain podcasts, for example, that's like what I remember when I look at it, like what I listened to. And then at some point, the painting just becomes this like huge container of these memories of these things that I listened to. I think it's especially true with this painting because I started it in January and now it's the beginning of March. So it spans over such a long time that there are just so many layers, not only literally, but also for me. Like, I just remember certain things, or when like certain things happened in my life when I painted certain parts of it. But I also noticed that it only happens when the memory is fresh, because after a while it just becomes a whole like jumble of things, and then I just look at it like a painting again and not as this like reminder of a certain memory. I honestly thought that I would be making 2 videos in total about this painting, but as it's going, I decided to make 3, so this will be the middle one, the second one, because it's just taking me such a long time. And usually with paintings or any type of project, but like I think mostly paintings, when I'm nearing the end, I'm feeling like, oh my god, I could be done in just a few days. And then I realize like how much there is still to be done. For example, here I'm painting the rug now, and that's also so much work because there's this shade of the rug which is like pinkish. Then I need another shade for the shadows, like the parts that are in the shade. And then the rug has these yellow and blue and pink flowers. So those also need their colors and their shadows. And the rug also has these, like it's textured, and the little like textures also are a bit darker than the original color. So it's just a lot of mixing, and I'm not to complain, like I'm enjoying the process. I just realized that it's taking me a bit longer than expected. Most of the ladies who are exercising in the painting, they don't have their clothes painted, like only with the underpainting, and their hair and skin is also not done. So I think that's also like a bigger part of this project that still needs to be done. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to check out my other videos if you're interested. Bye!